Okay, another little update because I just wanted to show a couple little things. First, this here, as you can see, is a 2-liter bottle. Now this is what I'm using now for her treatments, and there she is there. She's pretty much cured. There's just a couple little flare-ups she has, and she had to have a bath tonight. Starting to make the back of her neck and that patchy again. And it wasn't from her scratching, it was actually just the infestation itself. Now what I've done, instead of using a graduated bottle now, I took a soldering iron and melted holes in the top of this 2-liter bottle. And the easier way, if you can't measure, is simply, and we will pause this because I'll get to that in a second too, you take your bottle, empty it into this, then take your bottle that's empty, fill it twice with warm water, hot water, and then empty it into there, and then mix your stuff there. Works quite fine. Just throw your borax in there, shake it, make sure it's got enough in there that it's just starting to have it. Even after you shake it as hard as you can, there's a little bit in the bottom. That way you can tell you've got your solution pretty good. So, and the thing is, then you can just take it and, well, there's no real liquid in it, but you can just take it, turn it upside down, and it comes out like a shower, and just disperses better on your dog that way. And you can see her there; she's a lot better than what she was. Second thing is the free PC. I've actually got it running in extended desktop mode here. I use Ubuntu, of course, and well, you can recognize the background there. And I've got compositing enabled. Two things I've done with this is, one, this is running, oh, that's just using fconfig. I'm using a what you would call a VNC client. It's just text only. It just runs off of a terminal, and I'm just using that for controlling this by remote with my jailbroken iPod Touch. It's right here. It's a good little remote for the laptop when I'm in bed. I've got this set so I can just close the lid and it doesn't go in suspend mode or anything when it's plugged in. And the other thing is, I'm to get this running as an extended desktop instead of cloning, but actually taking this, see, running as an extended desktop mode in XFCE. This is kind of hard, so what you do is actually, if you were to open another tab, you just run Disper. Now, if it's not installed on your version of Ubuntu, which it usually isn't, just type in sudo apt-get Disper, and you can install it. It's pretty easy, and it's a very small little program. And if you just want to run that, then plugged in through this right here, which is just the VGA port. My model doesn't actually support HDMI. The HDMI port would be right there beside where the USB is, but it's not there. Sad. Yeah, so I just have it hooked in through VGA, and you just type in after it's all installed, Disper space dash Q, and it'll tell you what displays are hooked up. And I believe if you want to extend it, Disper space dash E, extend. If you want to clone your display for if you're using this with a projector or a large TV for a presentation, dash C will work. But yeah, as well, the laptop that I got parts for this off of, and besides the fact that the RAM is now 3 gigs instead of 2, the batteries were identical, so I actually have a spare battery for this now as well. So if I'm on a long road trip and I know that I'm going to be away from power for a few hours, I can actually just shut it down, swap the batteries, and be good for another run. But yeah, watching Iron Man in HD, all the buttons are identified, by the way. This works fine. And I've got the digital output to the TOS running to an adapter that is actually down behind here. You can just see that down there, the little box. And then that runs behind here, so I can just mute the TV when I'm in bed and have the audio running here. And if I'm using the laptop, I use my my iPod Touch as a remote. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a little update, and I should be leaving this place in about 3 weeks. Now back to your regularly scheduled email.